Roth conversions, pros and cons.
Welcome to Barry's Bites. Please join our host, attorney and advisor Chris Barry.
First reason why I would say one of the pros of looking at a strategy, and not just Roth conversions, there's other strategies out there, but I think of this as just getting more tax efficient. There's another reason why to consider a Roth conversion, to pay the tax now so that your beneficiaries don't get clobbered in income tax based on the Secure Act. What's the big benefit of paying the tax or doing a Roth conversion or getting tax efficient? At the end of the day, it's just flat out paying less tax. Now, you need to consider that it's kind of ripping off a Band-Aid, so to speak. It hurts when you do it, but after that, you're free. So I guess what would be a con of doing this is you pay the tax up front. I'm not sure if that's necessarily a con, but people always look at taxes through this micro lens of minimizing taxes in a specific year. Well, guess what? We're going to raise your taxes in a specific year to minimize taxes for the rest of your retirement. So one downside is, yes, you have to rip off the Band-Aid, and yes, you have to pay tax now. Well, that tax you pay now might be $20,000 versus if you continue to defer, the tax you pay over the lifetime of that account could easily be $50,000 or $100,000 on that same account. Now, another con of doing a Roth conversion or moving money out of the tax deferred accounts to somewhere tax-free or taxable is that it can affect your Social Security. But if you're already making more than $44,000, your Social Security is already getting taxed. So if you already have more than $44,000 worth of income, it doesn't affect your Social Security any differently because your Social Security is already getting taxed. 85% of your Social Security is added on to your income. So it does not affect your Social Security if you're already making over $44,000. What it does affect in the year that you move the money, it does affect your Medicare premiums. And actually, it's a 2-year lag. So if you were to have done conversions or moved money out of the tax deferred accounts in 2018, you're going to see that your Medicare premiums might be an extra couple $100 higher, depending on how much you converted, just for this year. And then if we move forward, it's going to drop back down to whatever it was pre-conversion. So in the year you do the moving the money out of the IRA, like a Roth conversion, you're going to see 2 years in the future, your Medicare premiums will be higher for that year. But I'll argue, and we can run the math for you, depending on your situation, but the tax savings and the peace of mind of knowing that if taxes go up, you've already removed this money from the tax train that's coming down the tracks, that's going to far outweigh potentially the additional Medicare premiums you might be paying. The other con that I hear sometimes is that, well, if you move the money to the Roth, you're supposed to leave it there for 5 years, which is true. So to get the tax growth, to get that tax-free, because again, that's the benefit, is now this money is tax-free for your retirement, tax-free for what you leave to your kids. But for it to be the growth to be tax-free, you're supposed to leave it there for 5 years, which a lot of people bring this up as a downside of the Roth. But in reality, the Roth, because you want to take advantage of this tax-free growth, you want it accumulating growth in a tax-free manner. Typically, the Roth is going to be the last of the money that you're going to touch because we want it to continue to grow tax-free. So I don't see the 5-year rule of taking money out of the Roth as really being an issue.